And one of the
So,
things that your initiative has really been pushing for is that language and content area learning aren't separated, that
right,
they are interwoven, that they're one and the same. I mean, you're learning
right,
the
that's
language
right,
of content areas, right? I mean, do you want to
right.
speak a little bit? We've got a
Sure. I
question
mean, I
about,
think it really makes, I mean, I think we're pretty clear that, sort of, it makes, in that sense, it makes less and less sense to spend instructional time on what might be considered dedicated English language development or English as a second language instruction for students who've developed a level, a functioning level of proficiency in the basics of English, and which is the majority of English learners in middle school are, so-called long-term English learners. They've been in that status for a long time. They are quite proficient in many aspects of English, but they're still labeled in that category, and many of them are still then in English as a second language or ELD classes that are separated from content. And that, this points to the challenges of those kinds of instructional environments. And it's a very tricky area to enter because, in many places these classes have been negotiated with, with officer civil rights, or, they were really created in order to protect students. And yet in the what the new standards really imply, because of the language embeddedness of the content areas, is that the content teachers really seriously have to shift to supporting the language needs of English learners.
mm-hmm, yeah.